good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Hastings Civic Arena at McGree East Rink. Nick Tuckner here for AM 1460 KDWA, and also HCTV, of course. They're going to be on board. It's a big playoff game here on a Wednesday evening. It's been a big day of sports if you've been following along here to open the month of February. And, of course, earlier today at the Hastings High School, we had 3 kids signing national letters of intent to attend college and compete athletically and academically, for that matter. Jacob Bacon going on to Drake, Mackenzie Marrier going to Chicago State, and Sammy Shoresman will be heading to Augustana. The latter two playing soccer. Jacob Bacon will be going to play football. So very cool, and just a great way to start our day of sports. And now here tonight to finish it off, the Raider girls will play their final game here at home this year. The Raiders hoping to earn a way to Invergrove Heights on Saturday to partake in the section semifinals. And here we go as the Raiders, with 16 wins on the year, taking on an 8-win team in Burnsville, start the playoffs. And here we go. The 2015-16 winter playoff season is officially underway. As the puck is dropped, the Raiders will send it up the far boards. Kiki Radke will give chase. Ms. Hockey, semifinalist. Lauren Bench, the goaltender for Burnsville, is a semifinalist for the Senior Goaltender Award in the state of Minnesota. Quick pass down the length of the ice for icing. Everybody talks about Bench coming into this game, but how about Maddie True's numbers this year? 13, 5, and 2, a 1.82 goals against average, a 91.6 save percentage, and 5 shutouts. If you want to look at numbers, those numbers are better than Bench, who is one of the leaders for the Senior Ms. Goalie Award. Pass in front here off the skates of Abby Putnam on a good feed from Hastings' Kiki Radke. This one bounces up into the bench near side. That would be the Burnsville bench. Burnsville in their black bumblebee type of uniforms. They're very Boston Bruins-esque, if not identical to the Bruins uniforms. Black, real yellow, and then that white with black helmets, breezers, and socks, the gold and white accents. Raiders in their home whites, blue numbers, gold trim, gold helmets, blue breezers, and white socks, the blue and gold. Long pass through traffic. We'll have him wave off the icing. True will set it up behind her net for Erica McDonald. And McDonald will throw it up the far boards, but sent back in onside barely by the Burnsville Blaze. Played back out along the far side, rolling in towards True again. She'll leave it there this time for Nicole Newman. Raiders behind their own net. It will be Cannell sending it far boards, too far for Lauren Tix. And we'll have our first icing call of tonight's game for the Raiders. So each team called for icing. Each team now will have face-offs in their own zone. Raider student section trying to get amped up here. That has grown exponentially since the pregame show. That's nice to see. A lot of fans also on the adult side, if you will. Must have been in the lobby still. This one goes up the near side boards. Maddie Junker will chase in. She's gotten better and better, just like the entire team. This little freshman line is the epitome of the Raiders' play throughout the year. Come up and played hard, didn't know what you might have had, and then all of a sudden you start to put it together, figure things out, and now this little freshman line so sure of themselves out there and able to go out at a moment's notice and compete even strength or even on special teams, some of them. Here's a pass up the far boards into the Hastings zone. Radke will all the way get back into her far corner, pick it up, and then left there for Burnsville. Kennedy Anderson had it far boards, instead knocked off the stick and played to Abby Putnam. Putnam kicks it back off the far boards, chases it down as Pavanka will go to the front of the net. Past the stick of Anderson. Raiders a long shot from way outside. That was Cannell, didn't have a lot on it. Putnam picks up the loose puck, down to Rachel Klimek. Pass in front, one-timer, saved by Bench as it's stuck in front of the net there by McDonald on the backhand of her stick. Didn't get a lot on it. Here's McDonald, rips the puck away, puts it on the feet of Bench. Great save. And again, she showcases those quick reflexes as she makes that stop. Now here's Tix. Lauren Tix works it right circle, bottom of the circle. Pass in front, redirected. There's McDonald, and then she plows in the bench as the whistle sounds. Boy, all 3 lines clicking early for the Raiders, giving them some nice early energy. 14:24 to go, first period. The playoffs are now underway. Hockey, the first one to go, and the girls specifically beginning here tonight. Boys in a couple of weeks. Face-off won by the Raiders at the point. Here's Anna Williams trying for a redirection in front. Went off of Putnam to the far corner, and Burnsville has no other option but to clear it on the length. And I think it's going to make it for icing. It barely does, but it does nonetheless. 14:07 to go in the first period of play here from the Hastings Civic Arena at McGree East Rink. Nick Tuckner here for all of your live action on KDWA. And don't forget also on HCTV, they'll have it on 15 and also their YouTube channel as soon as the folks are able. Face-off won here by Burnsville, and they work it into their far corner in their own zone. Pass intercepted for a moment by Radke. Whisked off to the right side point. That's where Anna Williams will club it back in a little deeper. Getting some help now from Pavanka. But now Pavanka needs some help herself, and there's Pavanka and Putnam both back to Radke. Takes a shot blocked off to the far left point. That's Cannell, long shot, little flopper that kind of came in there. I think it was knuckling end over end. Tipped wide, now Burnsville works it back out to the blue line and out. Backhanded down the length of the ice by Gentry Buchan. That will not go for icing as it found a Raider stick on its way down the length of the ice. Nicole Newman softly up the boards to the far side. Finds Junker. Here's Maddie. She might have room. Defenseman coming back. Good pass to Benson. Shot saved. Oh, Lauren Bench. Perfect fundamental goaltending there. Working far post out to the top of the crease. Goes down into a perfect butterfly, and she makes this stop. She's a good one, folks. Big kid, too. She's a tall goaltender. Tall, quick. And again, one of those kids that I've admired and watched for the last couple of years. When you started to hear that she was going to go Division I and buddies with Kiki and the whole bit, you kind of had a feeling that if she was that good, and we knew that she was, that those two could even play together, and sure as business, they're going to be playing together next year at Bemidji State. The both will trade in their school colors for the green. But look out, puck far side goes out of play. We'll get another face-off. 12:51 to go first period, no score. Section 3AA quarterfinals tonight. The semis will be on Saturday at 3 p.m. Face-off sent out of the, that should be offsides, right? Yep. Face-off is won by Burnsville. Taylor got over the line a little quick, and then the puck went back in, and she was caught offsides. Off the face-off win, Radke works it up left side, takes a shot, blocked in front. Rebound put back towards the front of the net. Shot save, rebound, they score! It's either Pavanka or Kiki Radke, but it goes in. Along the blocker side post, it slips by Bench. Bench is asking the official why, oh why, oh why. And it's not going to matter. The Raiders score first here in the Section 3 AA quarterfinals. They lead 1-0. It's either Radke or Pavanka. We'll have to wait and see what they say. We'll wait for Ryan Stoffel. Time of the goal, 4 minutes, 25 seconds of the first period. I think it's, gosh, Pavanka was right there, but Kiki, yeah, Kiki got it. Putnam and Anna Williams the assists. So with the Raiders leading 1-0, Radke gets her 40th goal overall on the season. Her first of the playoffs. Hopefully she gets to keep that puck. 40 goals. I was hoping she would have got one more during the regular season finale to close the regular season with that 40. I don't know if they keep the stats rolling throughout playoffs or not. I think they do, actually, so that should count as, 40th goal of the year, if you want to say it that way. Burnsville will play it back in. Working left boards, Nelvin gets it knocked away, and here's McDonald the other way, using the boards to try to almost pass to herself, but taken away on the way back into the Burnsville zone, and now they'll skate it up the far right side. It's going to be icy, actually, as they chip it diagonally back into the Hastings zone. We have 11-12 to go in the first period here at the Hastings Civic Arena. Hastings leading at 1-0. Kiki Radke's 40th goal of the season, first of the playoffs, from Anna Williams and Abby Putnam, giving Hastings the edge. Face-off won by Hastings. Lainey Cannell punches it back behind the net of Burnsville, and they now work it near side, and they're black through center. Abigail Tucci had her pass picked off and sent up to Abby Putnam. And now there's Kiki Radke flying in back behind the play. Radke into the near corner, gets hit pretty well. Knocked off the puck, but stays on her feet. Falling down there was Putnam, or Pavanka. Now Kiki's going to get a penalty for a checking call here. All right. So Kiki will go for checking. First penalty of the playoffs for either team. And now we'll see our first glimpse of the Burnsville power play. They call it officially cross-checking. Face-off won by Burnsville. They work it far side, shot comes in, they score on a rebound in front of the net. And the Blaze have just tied it on the power play. Who got the rebound? Was it Shattuck? Wow, a big goal for Burnsville, giving them huge momentum. Raider fans don't like it. Time of the goal. 6:26, and we are tied. A power play goal for Burnsville. Have to wait and see who it goes to. That was a mess in front. Shattuck got it. Lindsay Howard got the only assist. It's a power play goal for Shattuck, her 5th goal of the year. And that's a big 5th goal of the year, I'll tell you that, because now all of a sudden we're tied up after the Raiders got that goal from Kiki. Kiki gets a penalty, and just moments into the power play, Burnsville ties it up. And we have a game again here, fans. Raiders back in deep, send one back behind the net. Of Bench watching along here is Libby Judge. Will leave it in the corner for Sammy Benson. Benson behind the net, looking to put it back in front. Sloan Taylor ties her up, and then Junker comes in and trying to help as well, but the puck then knocked away by Dahl. There's Judge, just almost got her backhand of her stick on it. She had 2 girls in the far post. Maybe could have got a pass off to him. Back the other way, here comes Anderson, right side, takes a shot, save made true, no rebound. .9:38 to go first period. Now 1-1 after the goal by Shattuck, her 5th. Face-off in the Hastings zone, won by Radke, and the Raiders with Newman slapping her on the boards, but the wing got a little too high. Burnsville able to keep it in. Bodick behind the net, ripped away there by Cannell. She goes far sideboards, finding Putnam, back to Pavanka. Got Kiki with her, 2-on-2 off into the corner. Stays deep now, back behind the net, on her forehand, Pavanka in front. Putnam banging away at it, Pavanka trying to put it on goal. And she does, but a great save by Lauren Bench. How about that effort, though, by Sarah Pavanka, streaking up the far boards, got down below the goal line in the corner, kept moving those wheels, stayed on her forehand, and was able to wrap it around on her forehand on the glove side of bench and just get it in front of the net, looking for Putnam or a tip or something. Just got to keep moving those feet. That's huge. Face-off will be nullified here by early entry into the face-off circle. 9:13 to go, first period. 1-1. Hastings and Burnsville in the Section 3AA quarterfinals. Winner plays on Saturday. Loser is done for the year, and for the seniors, their careers. A lot on the line here in this one game. Anna Williams, couple of nice moves, comes through center, 3-on-2, works it wide left. Anna stays back along the far side, now trying to cut it in front as the rest of the team came off on a line change. Pretty good moves there from Anna Williams, who's a defenseman, but we know she can skate and stick handle as well, as Kiki Radke barges up the far left side, had it taken away, shot from way outside, that missed the net. That was Howard. Scooped up by Hastings. Putnam tried to just tip it ahead to Kiki. He was too far. Loose puck, though. Putnam will gain entry back into the Burnsville zone and gave a little shove there as she kind of ran into one of the Burnsville players. Very incidental contact, but of course the fans are going to like it as Putnam stayed right on her feet. Claire Williams up the boards to Putnam, past Libby Judge, looking for Sam Benson. She and Judge works it far boards, now back out to Benson. She gets hooked off the puck. Played back in deep again. It'll roll behind True, who watches as the puck moved back along into the left corner. Raiders send two in the near corner, trying to dig it free, but Burnsville has it. Bakken from the point. She'll slide it across the ice into the far corner, right in front of the Zamboni doors. That's where it's a 2-on-2. Breaking out of the corner. Burnsville again back to the point. Shot from way outside by Gentry Bakken. Turned away there by Maddie True with the blocker again. In the high slot, puck picked off. There's Maddie Junker. She'll come back through center. Maddie left to right, pushes her way in. Can't get around Bakken. Bakken takes it off of her stick and then moves up far side. Taken away there by Erica McDonald. Has Klimek going to the front of the net. Cooking the pass to go. Comes off the board softly to Anna Williams. Plenty of room off a skate. Kicked into the right corner. Rachel Klimek goes hard into the corner too. Crashes into the boards as she picks the puck free to Anna Williams. Goes cross ice but out of the offensive zone, and Lainey Cannell is going to have to race back in to neutral ice and now fly up the far side, take a long shot on the bench that's kicked away. Burnsville trying to start their breakout again. Here's Abigail Tucci, top of the circle. Oh, taken away by Radke. She'll work it left, jump around a stick, takes a shot from a bad angle. And I mean, that was a howitzer on one leg and still blistered it just wide. Nice move by Tucci. Can't get around Nicole Newman, though, as a pass played in front. Great defensive effort. That won't show up on the scorecard there by Claire Williams, but a great defensive effort, lifting the stick of the player in front and disallowing an opportunity at a potential one-timer in front of the net. And then Claire puts it up into the netting inside her own zone. Lots of folks listening, not only from throughout the Hastings Hastings fan group. We got a lot of folks from around the state listening in. There's a lot of hockey going on, and some of the folks that were unable to go to games, a lot of them around the state are tuning in. Here's Klimek back the other way, has Erica McDonald going to the front of the net, a one-timer just wide. McDonald was on her forehand, just slipped it wide of the blocker side of bench. Lainey Cannell spins away from traffic, plays it down deep, rolling along the end boards. Klimek there, Tix also, both fighting for it, and it's played to center anyway, and here comes Amanda Jackson, who will fire it in deep for Burnsville and come off on a line change. Cannell behind her net, set up by Maddie True. Here goes Cannell, far boards, tipped into the Burnsville zone on a long pass by Putnam. She and Pavanka chase deep. And now it's picked free by Burnsville, but there's Kiki there. Got a helping stick in right around the blue line of Burnsville, but it comes out anyway, and now played into the Hastings end. Claire Williams plays it pretty hard off the boards far side. Came out off the stick of Radke for Junker. Junker couldn't handle it at center ice. And then it's chipped in a little deeper. They're going to wave off the icing as they felt Howard should have had a stick on it. Hastings sends two in deep. Junker and Benson both. Now Libby Judge joins the brigade behind the net. Worked along the far boards. Fired deep up the far side, long enough to get it to the stick of Hartung. Jenna Hartung, now fanned on the shot. Stays on it though, works it back in front, backhands it wide. Behind the net, here's Tucci, spins it around all the way to the point right side. Shot through traffic, knocked down before it got to True. Rebound is loose in front of the net off her glove side, now picked up by Tix. Lauren Tix, oh boy, that was too fast and feverish in the Raider end here as Burnsville's put a couple of nice offensive, I should say a nice couple of defensive sequences in their own zone here, and Burnsville has really put on the offense as it's played back up the far boards again to center. Dumped in by Klimek, and she'll chase far side into the corner. Now gets some help from McDonald, who flies into the corner, leaves it in that very same corner for Klimek, kind of cycling down deep. Putnam came up and tried to knock it up the boards to the point, but didn't have a lot on it. Burnsville allowed to clear it. Now the near side, Radke in, kind of off balance, had to cut back to her forehand and then dump it in deep. Putnam in front, oh, and Pavanka put it off the blocker's side post to the point. Anna Williams' shot is blocked. Back to Lainey Cannell, to Williams again. Williams shot wide. I think that was more of a pass than anything. Dug free by Burnsville. Long pass again. Flying in is Anderson. Got about to the corner, and that was it. Trying to turn it back in front. Radke's long pass for Maddie Junker. Gets back in, high slot to Benson through her skates. Maddie stays on it, but she's on her forehand. Leaves it back behind the net, thinking Benson was going to file in behind her. Instead, it's turned over and played out near center by Aubrey Nelvin, and then played right back in by Maddie Junker at the end of that shift. Pass picked off in deep in the Burnsville zone there by Erica McDonald. And now she's hooked. No call. Raiders want a call. Not going to get a power play there. Back to Tix. Tix skates hard, works near boards, back in front. Claire Williams shot from the point. Knocked down. Bench made a great save with the right leg pad. And it's kicked down the length of the ice, so we should have an icing call here, and they're going to wave it off. Why? Well, maybe it hit a Raider as they were changing. I guess this will be icing. Against Hastings, though. .203 to go here in the first period. We're tied 1-1 in the Section 3AA Girls Hockey Quarterfinals. First day of playoffs. Radke won the faceoff, got it out of her own zone. Puck played back in, hit the referee on the way into the Hastings end. Radke grabs a loose puck and then fires it back out. Played right back in by Burnsville. Anna Williams, near side corner, starts the breakout. Pass intercepted, thrown back in deep. Burnsville's done a nice job here, just limiting Hastings. Raiders pick it up as Radke fell down near the blue line. Putnam got into the zone and it's turned back out towards center, where Claire Williams picks it up with wheels. Left side, long shot into the glove of Bench. No rebound, 1:20 to go. 80 seconds left, first period. And we're tied up one apiece. Boy, there's nothing more that the Raiders would want than to get a goal right before the end of the first period. That would be huge. More than enough time to do it. Face-off press behind the net. Hastings chases, but Burnsville again Setting it up right side of Jackson. She'll go back the other way now, behind her own net. Far side boards she'll work. Leaves it there for a defensive partner in Howard. Benson kind of altered the pass out. Now it's taken away by Radke. Kiki 1-on-4. Hits her brakes, kind of spins away from traffic. And then puck played off the helmet of Kiki out to center. Puck shot back in deep behind the net of Hastings. Burnsville right to left in this first period. Kept in at the blue line, far right. Radke then knocked it away. Oh, it looked like she got it out of across the neutral ice, but it was kept in at the blue line. Played far boards now. Long pass almost intercepted. Nicole Newman passed in front of her own net. That was a little scary. Picked up there now by Radke. She'll flip it in deep. 18 seconds left in the first period. Tied 1-1 here on KDWA and also on HCTV. This will end up being icing. The Raiders are going to get one more faceoff down in the Burnsville end of things here. 9.8 seconds left, first period, 1-1. Even 9 seconds is plenty of time. A little bit of a line change issue. Hastings, being the home team, tried to get the last change. Burnsville tried to. Referee said no way. Someone rolls in on bench. Well, you have another face-off yet. 6.6 seconds left. But you can hear the Hastings bench saying, oh, no, 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 no. That also alerted the referee enough to say, okay. They sent the other girl back out again. Face-off won by the Raiders, but I don't know if it's enough to get a shot off here. Kiki backhands it towards the front of the net, and that's it. Hey, if you're Burnsville, that was probably a best-case scenario. 1-1 after 1 here on KDWA and HCTV. Welcome back, everybody. We're live on KDWA. Nick Tuckner here, also Manny Hill joining us. We're also on HCTV, tape delayed, and we welcome you back to McGree East Rink at the Hastings Civic Arena. Lauren Bench down to our left now, down to our right. That's Maddie True. Raiders will go right to left on your radio dial. They'll be attacking towards the Zamboni doors. Conversely, Burnsville will go down and attack towards the scoreboard. Here's a shot from way outside. Radke into the glove of her future college roommate and teammate, Lauren Bench. Kiki scored her 40th of the season earlier on tonight. And I should have did better preparation before the game, because I was going to talk to Court, because I don't know, I think Danielle Welch might have gotten 40 as well. But I know for surely Erica McKenzie got 40, and Kiki now has 40. And like I said, I'm not sure. I think Danielle might have gotten 40. Shot here from way outside. Danny, if you're listening, maybe let me know. Tweet at me or Facebook me or something. Let me know if you hit 40. I'm almost positive she did. I think she did anyway. She was really close. Raiders send it back out. But yeah, Kiki got her 40th earlier tonight, but then it was immediately answered by Samantha Shattuck's 5th of the year in a scrum in front of the net. Pass up the far boards, intercepted there by Tix. Lauren Tix gets a stick on it, has to go back out to neutral ice. Picked up there by Lainey Cannell. Cannell spins, got it out, and then played back in off sides. 16:02 to go here in the second period, one apiece. I want to also send out a special hello and shout out to Grandpa Wally Groth from Mikey and Maddie Junker. Of course, Maddie playing here tonight, and Grandpa couldn't be here. He had a little hospital visit for some surgery and whatnot, and just want to let him know to hang in there, and we'll have you back at the rink in no time, Grandpa Wally. And again, a special hello from Mikey and Maddie both, as of course Maddie playing here tonight. And we're going to get a penalty against Burnsville, their first of the game, and it's Abigail Tucci who will serve it. And the Raiders are going to get their first power play of the game here. So maybe the shout out to Grandpa was good luck too. Face-off in the Burnsville zone, won by the Raiders. Here's Anna Williams, has plenty of room. Take that shot. She does through traffic, just missed the net. Oh, they gave her a huge lane to shoot through. She has another lane, winding and firing through traffic. Oh, and it was blocked in front. I don't know if it ever made it to bench. Blocked in front of the net by Bakken. Back to the left side, shot through traffic, save. Bench again, another shot on goal from Anna Williams. Behind the net, Raiders trying to steal it. Put it in the corner here. It's Putnam, who had a great goal the other night. Pass to the point. Abby, a big goal against Farmington, her 10th of the year. Behind the net now is taken away by Burnsville, and they'll fling it down the length of the ice. Set up there by Maddie True for Kiki Radke. Kiki skates right up the middle of the ice. Couple of nifty moves as usual. Across the blue line, top of the circle, left to the dot, takes a shot, save. Bench. That time Bench was way back in her net. I mean, she had her right leg pad in the net. She wanted to see that puck the whole way into her glove, and she did. 1:02 to go on the Raider power play. A quick change for the power play unit, as now Libby Judge will come out to center the freshman line that, as we said, they'll play the power play in place of special teams. Face-off won by the Raiders. Junker back to the point, tipped away as Claire Williams tried to pass it across the ice. Back to Williams. Claire near side to Maddie Junker, too far. No, they're going to say it went off her stick. Nice job by Maddie Junker to get a piece of it. Taken away, though, by Burnsville as Lindsay Howard will skate through center. Good pass up to Anderson. Gets around one defenseman, but couldn't get the shot to go as it rolls off into the corner right side. Marco for Burnsville chasing as the Raiders steal, and now here is Claire Williams through center. Gets across the red line and then tried to dump it in, but the Raiders were off sides. Burnsville thought they had a breakaway there, as Amanda Jackson would have been off to the races, but the whistle did sound for offsides. A little bit of a frozen whistle issue. Couldn't hear it maybe right away. 14:21 to go second period. Tied 1 apiece here on KDWA. Raiders scored first with Kiki's 40th. Shattuck answered moments later with her 5th. Here's Radke end-to-end, right to left, into the zone of Burnsville to the dot, takes a shot, great save by Bench. Behind the net, Radke again, sends it back to the point. Back to full strength, Burnsville shot from the point again, that's Williams. Rebound, McDonald sends it wide. She put a slap shot just wide of the glove side. That's a hit in front of the net. Bench just got away with one as she hammered Pavanka in front of the net. Cross-checked her. Raiders wanted a call, not going to get it. Back out up the far boards. Nice move, but picked off there by Anna Williams. Nice move again as she goes right side, and they were offsides because they were changing. That was a good find by the linesman because the Raiders, yes, they were over the line, but they were changing. He could have just ignored it because they were changing, but no, rules are rules. Raiders get caught there by changing for the offsides. Anna far side, she was really one-on-one. If she would have snuck through there, she might have been in and had a great scoring opportunity. Face-off, won here by Burnsville. To center, that's about all the further they get. Rachel Klimek says no. Tix also helps send it in. Anderson will leave it back off. Oh, Tix played it back towards the net. A little miscommunication there between the Burnsville defensemen as a pass through center went off Nicole Newman's stick back in deep. So the Raiders will have to retreat back into their own end. Newman slaps it around the boards to the far side. Callie McNary getting a shift. She'll bump it up far side. Now looking for Klimek. They just stayed on sides, did Putnam. Going to the front of the net. Putnam, while Klimek in the corner, gets wrangled off the puck. Got some help from Pavanka, but it's too late as it's bumped off the boards. Nice play there by Klimek just to get a stick on it. This one's lunged ahead and put into the Hastings zone by Jenna Hartung as she was coming off on a line change. Gets a round of applause from the Burnsville fan faithful. Putnam taken down far side. Raider fans, student section, all putting their hands up wanting a penalty. Not going to happen. Up the far side to Sam Benson. Sammy works it into the middle. Has Putnam. Oh boy. Just missed Putnam. If it had a little more gas on it, Abby might have been in on a break as well. But here comes Burnsville. Samantha Shattuck, who scored earlier, flips it in on to Maddie True, and she'll hang on. Bakken came up, the sophomore, and gave a little shove to fellow sophomore Lainey Cannell after the play. Lainey just said, yeah, okay. Kind of brushes her aside. 1-1 your score. Raiders scored first in the first. Moments later, Burnsville answered. We're tied at 1 in the quarterfinals, and we knew it would be a tough game here for Hastings tonight, especially with the goaltender they got rolling on the far end of the ice. Burnsville hasn't shown much in the way of offense, but they did score 1 goal on 6 shots in that first period in a bit of a scrum in front of the Raider net. Back through center, nice move. Here's Anderson, long shot, missed the net. Anderson, only a sophomore, picks it back up again, throws it out to the point. Bakken, cross ice, Henning, shot through traffic, bouncing towards the net, didn't have a lot on it. Net came off. 11:30 to go, second period. Face-off will come back down into the Hastings zone. So it was obviously a Raider who knocked the net off. If it were a Burnsville player, the face-off would come outside the zone. Face-off won by Kiki Radke, and the Raiders with Cannell blaze it around the boards, but kept in at the blue line nicely there by Burnsville's Lindsey Howard. They'll flip it back in deep. Raiders win the race to it. Now far side, Newman had it knocked off her stick to the point, shot through traffic, blocked by Cannell. Kiki up the near side, boards went off the stick. Oh, he thought it went off the stick of Putnam. Raider coaches wanted it, but no. Icing the call. That'll go back into the Hastings zone again. 1-1 your score. Second period, 11 minutes to play. Burnsville giving the Raiders all they can handle and maybe even a bit more. Played through to center ice. Pulled down, maybe, nope, good, they're not going to call that either, but this is going to be icing. So Raiders luck out. They're not called for a penalty, but they are flagged for icing. Face-off will come to the blocker side of Maddie True. First line back out for Hastings. Kiki facing off with Emma Marco of the Burnsville Blaze. Face-off won by Burnsville. Bakken back in, far boards, got it into the corner now. Behind the net it will roll. Nelvin had a stick on it, but the Raiders with Claire Williams, so fast. When she gets into open space by herself, she's just a little speed demon. Far corner, it's played in, but Radke just chasing down Allie Dahl, spinning around in the corners, noticing that four's all over her. Anna Williams steps up, punches that loose puck down behind the net, along the end, picked up by Putnam, works in front, nice move, got to her forehand, tipped towards the front of the net. Oh man, I thought that one was gonna maybe get some luck and bounce into the net with Bench dealing with traffic in front of the net. The Raiders got to continue to put traffic in front of Lauren Bench. The Raiders scored their first goal that way, and they're going to have to score probably the rest of them in a very similar fashion. In the near corner left, 2-on-2 in the corner. Actually, 3-on-2 in the corner. The Raiders were the ones who dug it out there with Rachel Klimek all for a moment. Burnsville plays it around the near boards, got it to the blue line, and that's it. Off the bench on a change is McDonald, so she flies out there with Tix. Tix into the corner, gets McDonald in there to help her out. McDonald trying to sweep it in front, had Klimek there. Now Klimek into the corner right. In front, through everybody. Puck came high into the air, back to about the blue line and out. Here comes Burnsville. Long pass off of the stick of number 11, Samantha Shattuck. Karams off into the near side boards. Raiders trying to clear again. Big hit. Oh boy, Tixie's gonna get a penalty here, yeah. Lauren Tix, no. Not in this game. If he wanted to try that in the Farmington game Saturday, he probably could have, but that's not a time to go up and hit someone from behind, right in front of the referee. Got to kill it. Raiders' PK's been good, but here's the deal. Burnsville's 1 for 1 on the power play. So you got to stop them. The Raiders' penalty kill throughout the year has been one of the best in the state. That's why it was so very shocking to see Burnsville score one. And here's another shot from way outside. That had some thunder on it. Just kicked wide to the far side by Maddie True. And now Williams, Anna got a stick up there. And Burnsville again looked like some of the guys on the bench and gals on the bench wanted a call. Not going to get it. Burnsville continues with Hartung to the point right side. Howard, left, shot blocked by Putnam. Played back in deep again. Taylor, point, shot, save, True, kicked away a second time. Two great saves by Maddie True to the point again, Howard. Right, shot, save, rebound, none. Maddie True, a couple of huge saves. We crossed the halfway point of regulation. 8:21 to go here in the second period. We're knotted up at 1 apiece. Face off to Maddie True's glove side, our right as we look at the ice. Face off won by Burnsville. They've done a nice job of winning those draws. Howard cross ice tipped wide. McDonald cleared to the blue line, not out. Sent it back right side. Taylor shot, kicked back behind the net, but Burnsville stays on possession. Hartung, bottom of the circle, hit the crossbar. Hartung just walked in, unabated. Nobody touched her at all from that far corner. Got to the bottom of the circle, had a decent enough angle to rip a shot off. And that thing hit the crossbar, and that could have been 2-1. Raiders got to kill off 45 more seconds. Burnsville's already 1 for 1 on the power play, tied 1-1 with Hastings. Taylor in front, trying for a little tip in far side. Goes all the way to the point. Shot is blocked by Pavanka. Oh, and she didn't know she had Kiki right there. Kiki could have had a breakaway. Short-handed at that. Bench will play it. Flips it up the boards to center, but that's okay. Raiders are the only ones there, and Putnam will carry it back into her own zone. Just steps up and blasts one and sends it down the length of the ice. Bench will set it up again. Kiki coming. Bench backhands it near boards. Burnsville has plenty of room. They get out to center. 7 seconds on the power play. Pass from Bodick, right side, halfway in. That should be a penalty there too. Yeah, now the Raiders are going to get a power play for that hit. So after the Raiders got one too, and the Burnsville fans booing. Sorry, dude, you just got one. It's very same play that Tix was called for. The Burnsville fan down to the right side. He don't like it, but that's too bad. Kayla Henning given the penalty, but yeah, that was, yeah, the guy was a little crabby. But that was the exact same play that Tix got called for as a hit without the puck. No reason to do it. Did it anyway. Henning gets 2. Raider power play. Let's take that lead back. Oh my. Pass across to Cannell. Couldn't hang on to it. And now played back into the Raiders zone. Burnsville wants a penalty against Hastings, and I don't think they're going to get it. A little collision near the Raider blue line. You could have maybe given, I mean, I get it. You could have maybe given Cannell a penalty for interference. But they were both in the act of going for the puck. It wasn't like Cannell was holding her back. They were both going for the puck, and they kind of got together. That's incidental contact, like Manny just said to my left. And that's exactly what it is. You can't call that. You can't just, both of them were going for the puck. If Cannell wasn't going for the puck, then you could give her 2 for interference. Otherwise, no. They're both playing hard and going for the puck. Radke, right to left, weaves in, gets behind the net. Stays on her forehand. She's a left-handed shot. To the point. It's Williams. Plenty of room. Takes a shot. Save bench. Oh, my. Let a howitzer go. Do it again. Cycle that puck in down low again. They do. Pavanka gets some help from Erica McDonald, who gets floored. And that, too, was incidental contact. What do you do? Call elbowing on that? And that might have been a trip. Out to the far boards. Radke trying to keep it in. She does. Backhands it in. Nice play. Down to Pavanka. Cuts in front. Has a shot. Oh, just missed high. Oh, my goodness. Back to Anna Williams, creating room for herself. Right side shot, tipped in front. They score! Pavanka scores! And as the net comes off. Are you kidding me? Raiders tie the game, or actually take the lead at 2-1. No, wait, I'm just wondering. They were pointing before the net even came off. This is going to count. And I believe it's going to be Pavanka. Radke coming through the line first. Williams kind of pointing over across to one of her teammates. I don't know who's in a, this should be Pavanka's, but just like the first one, it was kind of a mess in front of the net as the puck was tipped. Anna Williams will get an assist. She's the one that set this whole thing up. That was awesome. Abby Putnam gets it. Pavanka and Anna Williams. And Anna, if you could give Anna 2 assists on a goal, you would. What a great job on that power play, just in the way that she worked the puck all through the 2-minute man advantage. I mean, it just seemed like over and over, Anna was getting shot after shot after shot, and finally, the one that went through got tipped off Pavanka's stick, and then over to Putnam, who got the final piece of it that gives the Raiders a 2. There we go. Okay. Raiders is trying to ice it. It's going to be waved off as they put it right through the legs of Lindsay Howard. So now the Raiders come in. They're forechecking hard there with Rachel Klimek doing a nice job back there, bottling up Burnsville after they give up the second goal of the game. Their second goal. It's 2-1. Radke's 40th, Putnam's 11th. And the Raiders have the edge at 2-1. And that was offsides. Good call. Yep. But even the referee who was inside the zone saw what the linesman was eventually going to whistle. They just made sure. 4:33 to go here in the second period of play. 2-1 Raiders. As Manny and I were saying during the intermission when he got here and scared the you-know-what out of me, it always seems like the first round, you always get a tough opponent. It doesn't matter the seedings. It doesn't matter, you know, the fact that one team had 8 wins, one team had 16 wins. It's a thing that everybody wants to keep playing. They don't want to end their season. And remember the Eastridge game, that's what we were talking about a couple years ago, going into 2 overtimes before, I think, was it Kiki who won it that game too, I think? Was she young? I think it might have even been Kiki who won that game. I think it was, actually. That was a while ago, a couple years ago. You know, we played Burnsville a couple times. Of course, we always seemingly play Egan in the playoffs. It's going to be a hand pass. Yep. Refs have done a good job today. Letting the kids play for the most part, and have caught some really good, you know, hand passes, and we said the net coming off and knowing where to drop the puck, and now we're going to get a little bit of a stoppage here. Coach Korkish asking the situation. Corks thought it just went off the glove. Like it didn't go off the palm of the glove. They think it just went off like... Oh, he wants to know why it's all the way down the ice. Oh, I get it. Yeah, well, it should have probably been dropped right here. Probably didn't need to be dropped all the way back in deep. That's what Coach Korkish's concerns about. It had nothing to do with it being a hand pass. He just wants to know why it's not outside the zone and not why it's way down in the Raider end. That makes sense. Raiders will get the loose puck anyway. Here comes Putnam. Putnam's got Radke with her. Oh, just pulled the trigger a little late. Raiders were working in close quarters anyway, but a good effort nonetheless by Putnam and Kiki Radke. Raiders lead it 2-1, 3:47 to go second period. Winner goes on, loser goes home for the year in this game. So much riding on the line. Nice move by Newman. Nicole Newman, smooth skating defenseman. Into the corner for Maddie Junker. Maddie behind the net, tied up by 2 different Burnsville players, make it 3, and Maddie still staying on her forehand, and then is finally ripped away by a trio of Burnsville players, and all they can do is ice it. Good job by number 6 again. Raider girls win 62-34 tonight over North St. Paul. Thank you to Dick Craig. We'll get that score out to everybody in a moment. Shot here through traffic. Anna Williams, what a great shot. Is it in? Anna's got her hand up. She thought it went in. What? Like it came off the back post and back into the pads almost? Because I could have sworn I saw a puck, Manny. And Anna even went like this. Manny saw it too. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Oh man. That was a blast either way from Anna Williams. Now Claire Williams will track it back down into her own end, leave it for Anna. Anna spins away from a little traffic, but kept in at the blue line right. Dumped in a little deeper. Claire Williams comes right back into the mix again, works it into the far corner, and she'll send it with a backhand out towards Erica McDonald. Did it come across the blue? I don't think it ever did. Now it did, but it didn't matter. All the Burnsville kids out, so no offsides. Lindsay Howard will dump it in deep for Burnsville. Send one forward in Nelvin, but Anna Williams made a nice move, hit her brakes, and made Nelvin fall down, almost broke her ankles, if you will, using a basketball term. Up the far side boards, here's Kiki, she'll dump it in. 2:25 to go second period, and Radke flies back in behind the net. Sends it in front, has two, Pavanka shot, save made by Bench. Had Pavanka and Putnam in a line, she could have passed to either one of them. Came all the way into Pavanka, this puck's gonna come all the way in onto Maddie True, and she's gonna have to hang on for a whistle. Wow. Without Lauren Bench, this game's 5-1 right now. If not, maybe 6. I mean, she has made a couple of saves. And like I said, the one with Anna Williams, her shot that I thought made it through somehow. Even that stop was huge. Just one tip towards the front of the net. Putnam had to kick it away here out to the blue line. There's Kiki. Let's go, girls. 2-on-1 maybe if they hurry. 2-on-2 for sure. Kiki drives one on the bench. And that thing was rising up towards her mask. Thing left a vapor trail behind it too. Oh my. That was like the puck in the old Fox coverage of the glowing puck. That one had one of those little comet tails on it. Oh man. Both her. Zing! Yeah, Chris Berman. Oh my gosh, he's the king of crazy cliches in his play-by-play, and especially during the home run derby, right? Face-off won by Burnsville. They'll work it up the far boards. Jackson. She'll go cross ice, but the Raiders have Anna Williams camped out and ready for that one. Back over to Libby Judge. Junker. Maddie gets into the high slot, trying to get it back to her point man there, and Claire Williams and does. She'll play it in deeper, finding Sammy Benson, ripped away by Burnsville again. Out to the blue line. It was held up for a moment by Anna Williams, but now she's got to retreat as Gentry Bakken, the sophomore defenseman, throws it back in deep. Raiders send it far boards, far point, kept in by Burnsville. They send it back in deep again. Approaching a minute to play here in the second period. Maddie Junker just got her stick taken out of her hands by one of the Burnsville players as she was speeding through. Again, that too was incidental contact. Stick went flying back near the student section. And I'll give a pound to number 6 as she comes off the ice. Kiki Radke takes the face-off, and off the near boards to Putnam. Burnsville, though, grabs a loose puck and throws it back in deep. Nicole Newman flies into her own zone, leaves it for Lainey Cannell. Also there is Radke. They bump it up the near boards. Kiki plays it off near boards. Here she comes, 2-on-1 maybe. Top of the circle, rips a shot off, blocked. Kiki gets the shot off the backhand, put it back in front. Came along the near post to get to the far side, and Putnam couldn't put it away on an open net. To the point. One timed in front by Radke. Didn't get a lot on it. Burnsville will clear down the length of the ice. True's going to have to play it herself. 24 seconds left. And turns it over. Tucci is there, and she'll play it back in deep now for Burnsville. 17 seconds left. Raiders got to be careful in this final couple of minutes, a couple of seconds, I should say, as they wheel it to the far boards, to the point. Hennings pass in deep. It's about all the further it will go there as Lainey Cannell stepped up. Put back to the point again. Howard's shot through traffic, blocked in that traffic, and that's how the period's going to end. Close as we thought it would be. 2-1 Raiders after 2 here on KDWA and HCTV. Welcome back, everybody. We're still kind of looking for a Park girls hockey score with them and Egan. So we'd figure out maybe who's winning in that one. So we'll see if we can maybe get that and pass it along to you. See if we can get that for you as we're underway. Right away, puck bounces back into the Hastings zone, wide of goaltender Maddie True. Back out to center, chipped back near Anna Williams. Can get a good stick on it as it's bumped back out to center. Raiders now going left to right on your radio dial as they did in the first period. Nice long pass for Putnam. Putnam's got room, winds, fires, puts a knuckle puck wide of the net. Bounces heavy off the end boards. Looking for Rachel Klimek. Raiders trying to get a free stick in there. Bumped away by Erica McDonald. She'll leave it there now for Newman. Nicole Newman sends it in deep, looking for Klimek again. Rachel steps back to the near side, tried to get a pass off. Went off a skate behind the net. Sammy Benson coming off the bench. She flies in a far side corner, trying to keep it in, but it falls out to past the blue line anyway, and Cannell will throw it back in. Benson comes in, trying to knock the puck away as they attempt their breakout. Benson gets on her forehand, has the puck, now off into the corner, far side. Benson works along the far boards. Trying to jam it free, Libby Judge as well. Junker joins the parties. It's nudged out again to center ice. Raiders play it right back in. Junker will chase one more time. Burnsville fires it down the length of the ice. I think we're gonna wave off the icing, or no? Yep, we're not gonna have icing because Claire Williams is close to the puck, or close enough, they said, to not call anything. Now a pass to the far boards, walking into a backhand shot, comes in towards True. She had her stick bridged up so the puck would go back towards her net, and luckily it went back into the near corner. Too close of a game to have some weird bounces, I can tell you that. Here's Radke. Walks in, takes a long shot. Beat bench, but it was wide. 15 minutes to go in regulation. Raiders leading it by a score of 2-1. Winner goes on to Saturday at 3. Loser goes home. Shot comes in here. Save made. Bench comes out. Poke checks it. It's under her somewhere. She can't stop the hang on to the puck out there. Well, she's going to get a little talking to, maybe. I don't know. One of the referees are going to have a little word with Lauren Bench now. And not a very long one. Anytime I came out to cover the puck in the circle like that, I'd get a little talking to. So either way, face-off won by Burnsville. And they're black and yellow. They'll send it out to the blue line where McDonald can't hang on to it. We'll have to flip it back in deep. Mandy Bodick there for Burnsville. As is Emma Marco, but taken away by Klimek behind the net. Klimek trying to shift directions and center it. It's taken away though. Shot comes in from outside. Cannell hit the post. That's why you always shoot the puck. Keep shooting. It's going to finally make its way in somehow, some way, even if it's a little weird one like that. If that thing was a millimeter to the right, it was 3-1 Raiders. Libby Judge into the corner. Has Junker there with her. Maddie will take a little pass off the end boards and then intercepted there by Henning. Kayla Henning's pass to center. Anna Williams comes back and works it to center and skates far side. Williams, Anna in, hits her brakes, has Kiki in the slot if she needs her, gives it off to Kiki, winds and fires through traffic blocked in front. Went off of Pavanka's shin pad. Out to the point, left again. Cannell, another pass in, around the boards it goes. Set up by Putnam. Putnam to the right point. That's Nicole Newman. Newman back to Putnam, past her stick. Kiki will catch up with it behind the net. Gives some help there, Pavanka. Pavanka from behind the net, 1-on-2. Kind of tag team there, but she has that long reach. Trying to get that puck free is number 3, Sloan Taylor. She does, and then it's shoved up the far boards out to center. Cannell to Putnam, who kind of fanned on it, but got enough of it to find Radke. Radke's got Tix going to the net off the bench. Radke behind the net will leave it now for Tix, who comes in along the end. Raiders trying to get a line change. Tixie banging away at it, and bench will cover it up, and they'll get to complete that line change with 12:52 to go here in regulation, 2-1. Raiders lead in another faceoff down in the Burnsville side of things. Face-off in the zone of Burnsville. Face-off won by the Raiders. Claire Williams will chip one towards the net. Bench handles it, but has it scooped up there by one of her defensemen, and Lindsay Howard will go back behind her net and start the breakout. I'll leave it there now, I guess. Far side. Jackson, long pass, setting up Jenna Hartung. Her backhand pass in front of the net. Knocked away there by Claire Williams. Raiders just need to get out of their own zone again. They do. Libby Judge to center. Libby works right side. Has Junker going to the front of the net. No rebound, or Maddie would have pounded that thing in. Whistle blows. Face off inside the Burnsville zone. 12:16 to play regulation. 2-1 Raiders. Yeah, go ahead. Manny's going to go do some socializing, as he's one to do. 12:16 to go here, third period of play. Face-off, won by the Raiders, pushed back into the far corner. Burnsville tried to start the breakout. Kiki Radke railroaded that effort. Allie Dahl having problems on the breakout. We'll have to send it back into her own zone. They'll try the near side. Kayla Henning gets a cross-ice pass. That frees up some ice. Nelvin, nice little move. Can't split the D. Oh, they're going to call a penalty on that, too. As soon as the Raiders touch it. I don't agree with it. And I don't think the Raider bench agrees with it. That was some good defense. I don't know how that was construed as, what do they call it, holding? What? Okay. Penalty will go to Cannell. 2 minutes for holding. Raiders lead 2-1. Burnsville is 1 for 2 on the power play so far. Hastings girls basketball team, they won tonight. Shot comes in here from the outside, off the faceoff, hit the post. Out to the point again, another shot blocked. Through traffic, it skitters off in front of the Zamboni doors, and here comes Burnsville on the power play again. Back to the point, right, shot, Henning blocked in front, puck still loose. Howard, down low, works it right. Pass comes back hard off the end boards, ricocheted out to the point. Now sent it back to Howard. Backhand pass down low, looking for Taylor too far. Raiders get a stick on it. Just can't nudge it out of their own end. This pass here, Anna Williams knocked away, but to the wrong side. One of the off wings coming back up. Now working it into the right side corner. Now into the left, down low. Back to the point, left side. Shot through traffic, tipped. Might have caught the pad of Maddie True. Back in front, swept wide. Puck's loose in the skates of one of the Raiders, and Burnsville turns it into a goal. Raiders couldn't escape their own zone, and Sloan Taylor ties it at 2. Just a cluster in front of the net, folks. Oh, my. 6:27, the time of the goal. Sloan Taylor, the junior, will get it. Loose puck and skates all in front of the net. And that's how they tie the game. Taylor's 6th of the year in a power play again. Wow. Raiders don't give up many on the power play. Shattuck got the assist. That's a power play goal at 6:27, and it's 2-2. And all of a sudden, the blue and gold breath is collectively held as a group, and it will be till the Raiders score again. And some folks on the Burnsville side saying if they score again. To center. Knocked away off a stick, played by Libby Judge to Sam Benson. All of a sudden, Burnsville has a little energy again. Puck played up the far boards. Cannell finds Junker, works in, nice move. Couldn't get a shot to go though, as it's pickpocketed from behind by Howard. Sneaks to center, played right back in deep. Raiders chase with McDonald. Kicked it literally back to Claire Williams. She in turn finds Rachel Klimek behind the net. Also has Tix back there. Neither could get a stick on it. Play to the top of the circle right. Anna Williams shot through traffic, save made, rebound. Banging away at it is Pavanka. Great save by Bench as she's pushed back into the net. Raider fans trying to get the girls going. Just not the, you know, I don't know. It's just a weird game. Like I said though, I mean, this is kind of how the playoffs go. They always seemingly go like this. Like we've talked about earlier, even before Burnsville scored. It doesn't matter the opponents. That first round game is always maybe even tougher than anything later on. Puck taken back out through center again. Hold on a second here, folks. Back to center again. Picked off here by Putnam. Putnam works it back to the left side. Radke. Radke looks for a pass in front. Got it kind of altered. Pass comes through traffic. And it's knocked away there into the far corner. Fans, we're going to probably take a break here. We got one of the fans here under here that keeps playing around with our phone cord down below. If we go off the air, folks, I apologize. Here comes Burnsville up the far side. Shot comes in into the glove of Maddie True. We're going to take a quick break on KDWA and HCTV. Dude, hey. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about that. We have a Burnsville fan who's not really listening to what we're trying to tell him here. Here's Tix back to the high slot, working it left to right. Still 2-2 with 7:25 to go. Puck worked out to center. Now we had our phone line that's right under us is hooked up to a blue feeder line. And one of the Burnsville fans continuously are tugging on it and whatnot. They've almost knocked us off the air about 4 times. And we apologize if we've got any static over the air, but we're back live on the air here with 7 minutes to go. 2-2 your score. Two teams battling each other as they always seemingly do, regular season or the playoffs. Radke, a bad angle shot, kicked back behind the net. Set up there by Pavanko, plays it in front. Putnam tried to bang away at it, and now she tries to kick it in front. Couldn't get her stick on it, so trying to move those wheels and kick it towards the net of Bench. This one comes in from way outside, kicked away by the Burnsville senior goaltender. Burnsville cleared on the length of the ice, and we will get an icing call. Oh my goodness, 6:29 to go. 2-2 hockey game here on KDWA. Winner will play again on Saturday at 3. Face-off won by Burnsville. They'll work it out near center. Sammy Benson up to Libby Judge, to Junker. Junker tried kind of kicking it to herself upwards to get a little bit of steam behind herself, but just kicked it off into the corner. Judge in there trying to dig it away. Junker also there, played back behind the net. Set up here near side as it caroms off into the corner. Far boards. Will start the attack back out. Howard to the blue line. Does get out. Oh man, this is really starting to pick up in regards to the stomach knots. This one played back in deep by Burnsville. Raiders send in one. It's Cannell. Helped by Tix. Up the far boards. Klimek will give chase. Nice move. Gets back behind the net, 1-on-2, but then taken away again by the Burnsville Blaze. Bodick. Long pass out near center, taken away by Anna Williams. Williams behind the net now for McDonald. Tix was also there, couldn't get a stick on it. And now Radke had it, lost it, played to center. Bumped out to center. Fielded there by the Raiders' Nicole Newman. And now Burnsville and Tucci come back at offsides. Yeah, you could feel the tension, if you will. I mean, it's one of those games now, and it's not just the radio guy, let me tell you. Any player, any parent, any coach knows what these types of games and situations are like. Raiders in their own end. They're working from the Zamboni doors, trying to score down towards the scoreboard and locker rooms. Raiders escape their own zone, get to center, and that's it. Burnsville redirects play up the far boards into the Hastings zone. Now into the near corner, Nicole Newman will spin and fire it around the boards, and that's where Putnam fans on it. It did come out though, that should be offsides, and it is. 4:33 to go, clock ticking away here in regulation. You know, we talk about this game being sudden death, as in for one of these teams, they're gonna go home for the year, but now sudden death is kind of taking on a new meaning here with 4:33 to go in a tie game. I mean, it's not OT yet, but you're starting to feel it. Really starting to feel it. Come on, kids. Here's Anna Williams off the Raider faceoff win end to end. Works down into the far corner. Now hits her brakes, goes back into the far corner. Call it left side for Hastings as they attack. Down towards the scoreboard. Puck played around the boards by Burnsville. Not a very good pass. Claire Williams stepped up. Got some help from Libby Judge, and they fire it back in deep. Junker chases as well as Benson, but a long pass comes out now through center. Nice little move by Kennedy Anderson. Centering pass picked off there by the Raiders, and that's Cannell. Laney finds Kiki Radke. Kiki's been relatively quiet since the first period. Shot here comes way wide on a bomb from the point from Laney Cannell to the point right side. Nicole Newman back to Putnam. Off a skate, came in front, puck's loose in front. And there is Pavanka trying to bang it in, but a nice save again by Bench. Kiki getting up slowly as well. I don't know if maybe she's banged up a little bit. She might be. I mean, like we said, she has not been, you know, I mean, let's be honest, she got her 40th goal of the year earlier. I mean, that's as Kiki as it gets, right? Just, they've done a good job either shadowing her as a puck comes in front. There she is, shot, save, rebound, and none given. Puck picked off by Kiki in the slot as soon as we talk about her, and nearly gives the Raiders a lead. Back and forth, back and forth. Raiders score first at 4:25 of the first, Radke's 40th. 2 minutes later, Shattuck makes it 1-1 after one. Putnam gets the lone goal in the second, her 11th at 11:09 to make it 2-1. And then here we go with Burnsville back on the board, 6:27 of this period. Sloan Taylor's 6th. Shattuck got the assist on that one. So back and forth as we said, and we're at a tie game. Hopefully we go back again, meaning a Raider goal. Whew. Here's Anna Williams, she's offsides. Yes, that's the right call. .313 to go in regulation. Very tight hockey game. No room for error for either team. Radke comes right off the bench to take the face-off again. Anna Williams to Kiki, knocked away at the blue line, can't gain entry. Burnsville has given the Raiders all they can handle and then some. It's 2-2, now under 3 minutes to play. Claire Williams dumps it in deep. Sarah Pavanka is first in. Help from Putnam. The two longtime line mates, now in their senior year, back behind the net. Pass in front through everybody looking for Kiki. It came all the way to Anna Williams. And then one of the Raiders, it was Kiki, hit from behind. Here comes Burnsville the other way. They're offsides. No call. Shot from way outside into the glove of Maddie Truitt's in front of her. Oh my goodness. Rebound picked up there by Claire Williams. I mean, I'd take an icing here even. Kiki's at the end of her shift. She's going to flip it in on Patch it at the crossbar. Oh my goodness, she was just trying to dump it in. On each end, both goaltenders having severe issues with their gloves. Oh man, both ways. The luck showing up for both goalies. Maybe not for each other's teams. Under 2 to play. Regulation tied 2-2. Season's on the line. Puck out to center. Tix will fling it back in. Raider fan club. Students chanting, "Let's go Raiders." Raider Nation. Anything else to get the kids going? This puck dump. Oh, we have no help near side. Cleared to center. That's going to be icing though, as it's going to roll down the length, and Hastings will get a icing call. 90 seconds left. We might be able to call a timeout here too. I don't know. Who wants to call a timeout? I mean, they're both, either team could have a legit chance to call one here. Coach Korkish going over some face-off business here with Kiki. Nobody's going to call a timeout. 90 seconds left in regulation, 2 apiece. Third period, section quarterfinals. Winner goes on, loser goes home. You could feel it in the air. Here is the face-off won by the Raiders deep inside Burnsville territory, but it's ripped away immediately, and here comes the Burnsville Blaze and Allie Dahl. Knocked away by Cannell. Kiki gets it, fires it up towards Putnam, behind her and away from her stick. Fired back to center. Nice move there. Anderson couldn't get around Nicole Newman. Back to Putnam, tried to get to her forehand. It was knocked away. Raiders a little check there on Kiki Radke, not going to be called. Kiki still working her way in. Got some help from Putnam. Come back near side. You got 2-on-1 as a shot from Putnam. Bad angle. Makes the save. No rebound. And Erica McDonald, boy, was crashing in. I thought maybe that they would connect on that pass. That turned into a 2-on-1 so fast. Look at the Raiders. They're down. They have their hands on their knees and kind of hands down on their thighs saying, oh my goodness, what am I supposed to do? Breathing heavy. I mean, the whole bit. You almost got to take a timeout here. Well, Coach Korkish has the whiteboard, so this wouldn't shock me to see a timeout now. Goes over to Coach Benson. Coach Korkish right in the middle of things. Are you going to let it go? Yeah, we're going to keep going. Oh, Kiki went up to the ref, said timeout. 52.1 seconds to play in regulation, tied 2-2. We'll be back for the final minute of regulation right after this on KDWA and HCTV. All right, we just found out that Egan beat Park 5-2. So the winner of this game will play Egan Saturday at 3. But we have a long ways to go yet. Face off, out of the timeout. Raiders win it. There's Kiki. Bad angle in front, trying to get a tip in front. Comes all the way back to Anna Williams. 43 seconds left. Raiders spin away into the corner. Back to Kiki's shot. Oh, what a great save by Bench. Oh, Kiki was looking for that low side, glove side, and just couldn't put it away. Back to the point, out. Anna Williams couldn't handle it. 28 seconds left in regulation, or we're going to overtime. Raider Kiki Radke trying to make sure this isn't her final game wearing the blue and gold sweater. 19 seconds away from the extra session, but here comes Burnsville. Back to center ice, knocked away by Anna Williams. Anna walks in 1-on-4, takes a shot through traffic, blocked. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. We're going to extra frames, folks. What else is new in the section playoffs? Anything can happen. Tied to a piece. Overtime next on KDWA. Back here live on KDWA. Yeah, overtime in the section playoffs, and now all of a sudden the prospect of sudden death seems all too real. Even in the final couple minutes, Mandy and I were talking about the chance that Kiki had in front of the net, was kind of cross-checked from behind and really couldn't get a good shot off. And the one down here where she slid a shot just wide, and Putnam along the far post had the chances banging away on the doorstep. Bench kept it closed, and first 8 minutes on the board. Overtime on KDWA. Nick Tuckner here. We're also on HCTV. Thanks to all the guys out here helping to put this one on for all the TV watchers too. Here we go. Face off for overtime. The Raiders will go right to left in the first overtime. They will be shooting down towards the Zamboni doors and down towards the office and lobby. Conversely, Burnsville, we hope they don't have any shots in overtime. How about that? They will go left to right. All the Raider Nation faithful are making their way down to the other end. They want to be down where the Raiders are hopefully going to win the game and score. Back along the far boards it goes. The Raiders up to center. Putnam had it, lost it. Play to the near side. Here is Kiki Radke. Radke in. Plays it back into the far corner. Putnam to Rachel Klimek. Klimek in front, had McDonald trying to get a pass in front. McDonald there again. Puck skitters back in front. Bench watches as the puck harmlessly rolls back out near center. Raiders pick it back up again. They'll get it in their own zone with Cannell. She'll zip it up the near boards. Back to center. Or did it get out? No, it's still inside the Raiders zone. I don't think anybody got a good stick on it. Kept into the blue line. Dahl chipping away at it. Blow the whistle if it's not loose, but the refs have a better look at it than I do, so the puck's still got to be loose. Picked up far side now as it's kicked out of there. Nicole Newman up towards McDonald. Raiders have Tix with Libby Judge going to the net. Tix takes a shot, save bench. Working back towards the near side. Halfway up, shot from the outside, kicked away there by bench as Libby Judge from the top of the circle left. Got a shot on goal from about 20 feet. To the far side boards, puck mishandled by Henning. She's got to go back along her end boards. And it comes out to the right side, winding and firing is Claire Williams, just missed the net. Raiders work it back in. Working it from the near side point, Anna Williams in deep. To Radke. Kiki upended as the puck lifted to center. Claire Williams gets it right back past far side. Raiders give chase. Looking for a loose puck. Here's Putnam. Towards Radke. Play to the point and out. Back into the Hastings end. Lainey Cannell. Back to the far boards. Pavanka looking for Kiki on a return at center ice. Instead lifted away by Burnsville. Stepping up Cannell. Got it over to Putnam. Putnam looking in front. Instead it's redirected by Burnsville out to center ice. Here's Marco. That's intercepted for a moment by Putnam. And then Burnsville walks it back in. They get about 4 feet in. Raiders steal it right back. Rachel Klimek to center, and that's it. Sent right back in. 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the first overtime. Raiders skate to center. Rachel Klimek helps it in to the Burnsville zone. Hastings trying to steal it in deep. Tix with some pressure. McDonald also with some pressure now at the blue line. Back to Anna Williams. Anna Williams from a bad angle instead will skate it back behind the net. Looking to set it up. Kiki now on the ice for the Raiders as well. Tick's banging away at it. Puck goes back behind the net. Thrown back down the length of the ice, and this will be icing. And we'll get another whistle here in overtime. Wow, 4:14 to go. Raiders student section trying to get their girls going. Face-off taken here by Hastings. Radke down along the far right side will take the draw. Wins the draw. Shot comes in off the face-off. Anna Williams just put it off the pad of Lauren Bench and then out to center. Played back in deep again by Anna Williams. Radke gives chase behind the play. Pavanka behind the net. Tries to set it up. Ripped away again by the Burnsville Blaze. Turned over. Radke gets a stick on it to Putnam. That one comes off a shin guard hot. Into the corner. Putnam again with it. Abby skates off into the far side boards. Finds Kiki again. One of the Raiders were tripped in front of the net. No call. Long pass across the ice. Here comes Cannell. Shot through traffic. Save made by Bench. No rebound. .3:30 to go in the extra session. This is sudden death overtime, so they will come right back onto the ice. And I don't know, they might even have to resurface after the first overtime. If that's the case, we're going to take a nice long break. And then we might have to order pizza for the press box. Puck back along the far side boards, inside the Burnsville zone from the corner, trying to pick it free. Maddie Bodick across the ice through the skates of Hartung. At least got it to center. Anna Williams doing a nice job of hauling up any pass, trying to get towards the Raider blue line. But instead they go across the ice, find some room. Abigail Tucci, top of the circle, left side, stays on her backhand, intercepted by the Raiders. Here's Maddie Junker. Junker, partial breakaway, knocked away before it even got to Bench. That would have been something. Puck worked back to the point, held up by Claire Williams. A long shot is blocked. McDonald presses the puck off on the rebound to the far boards. At least enough time to get another Raider over there to help out, but instead it's kicked out to center. Worked it left. In deep it goes. Tix will chase. Howard across the ice. A long pass for Burnsville. That's going to be, they're going to say no icing? Wow. That should have been icing. Raider fans and bench want an icing call. Not going to get it. 2:08 to go, but we have no time to worry about that. Here come the Raiders back the other way. Here's Radke. Radke skates in, works bottom of the circle, takes a shot. Oh, that one went off a bench and out of play. So close, yet so far away as the Raiders trying to win this thing. Face-off will come down in the Burnsville zone. Timeout will be taken by Burnsville, as we will take one as well. 1:57 to go in overtime, 2-2 on KDWA. Welcome back. Out of the timeout, Raiders will win the face-off. Here's Claire Williams sending it back in deep for the Raiders. Into the near corner left, here's Putnam to her backhand, tried to get in front of the net. Player falls down for Burnsville. Took Kiki with her. No call. Back out again towards center ice. Here's a shot that comes in from the right side on her way back in as Radke. Save made. No rebound from Bench. 2-2. 93 seconds to go in the first overtime period. Raiders will change one more time. Send the Klimek McDonald Tix line back out. Face-off won by the Raiders. Here's McDonald, works in front, puck's loose. Loose puck along the end, is it in? I don't think it is. Net comes off, no goal. So close. Couldn't get it to go. Banging away. Oh my. Good effort by the Raiders. So close. Another chance. Raiders win the face-off. Send it into the corner. Behind the net now. It's Putnam back in front. Here's Kiki. Puck's loose in front. Bench makes the play and hangs on. So she holds on for another face-off. 1:11 to go in regulation. I should say in overtime, I'm sorry, the first overtime. Radke will take the face-off again. Pushed into the near corner, played high off the glass to the blue line, not out. Oh, they're gonna say a hand pass. And it's gonna come all the way back in to the Hastings zone with 1:06 to go in overtime. I think they're going to resurface if they go to another overtime here. Zamboni's backed up. I don't know what the ruling is going to be. Face off. Uh-oh. Won by Burnsville. They wrap it around. Swept away to the far boards. Pavanka has Putnam with her. They at least get it out of harm's way. That's the most important part here. Now play it up towards Putnam. Get some help. Kiki there as well. Couldn't get a good stick on it. Jenna Hartung will throw it back in deep. Raiders send Pavanka in defensively first. Slowly off the boards right. Towards Anna Williams. Intercepted. Tucci walks in. Blocked by Claire Williams. Thank goodness. Far side boards Bodick. Tried to slide it through to the high slot. Brooke Pfiffner was getting close there, but the Raiders instead a long pass, trying for Putnam. This one goes down the length. That one touched Bench. They wave off the icing as Bench went down flat paddle. Raiders get it right back. Here's Radke, bad angle, takes a shot, save made, Bench, rebound, cleaned up, and now we're going to get a whistle as a net came off. The net again comes off. So we'll have another face-off deep in Burnsville zone here. And now we'll get, now what? Well, are we going to fix the water bottle or what? Face-off in the Burnsville zone. Pressed off into the corner. Pavanka trying to trap off her girl. Back in front of the Zamboni doors now. Putnam, Radke both back in there. Putnam got it out of there, and that's going to do it for overtime number one. I'm not sure what we're going to do here. I'm going to take a quick break anyway, and we'll have more. I think they're going to have to resurface. Yeah, they're going to resurface. We're going to have to take a break. We're after one overtime. Burnsville had 2 shots, Hastings 6 in the first overtime. So we're going to go to a second overtime coming up here in about 15 or so minutes. Take another break, come back with more in a moment. Raiders and Burnsville tied after the first overtime on KDWA. Welcome back, everybody. We are live on KDWA. Nick Tuckner here. Manny Hill to my left. Getting ready for overtime number 2. And it is kind of what we expected. Raiders were going to throw a bunch of pucks at Lauren Bench, but how many would she let in? So far, the correct answer is 2. But for us Raider fans, we're hoping the actual answer is 3. 3 would win the game. 3 would end Burnsville's season. And 3 would send the Raiders to 3 p.m. against Egan at Invergrove Heights. That coming up, of course, on Saturday. Oh my. And look at, again, they're doing the same thing. They're kind of taking a page out of Russell's book back in the day. Russ would kind of wait a little while to bring the boys out, let the other team kind of sit out there and vegetate for a little bit. So right now, our Raiders are just kind of sitting around. Sliv's going to go ahead and hit the horn a couple times. Oh boy. Well, that's wonderful. I open up my pop and it goes all over the place. Hopefully that's not a sign of overtime luck. Here comes Burnsville. Back onto the ice to a chorus of boos from Raider fans and plenty of cheers from the side of the Burnsville Blaze. Listen to that. That kind of tells you the story. Burnsville kind of in no man's land here tonight, but doing a nifty job of hanging in there. And their team right now is a goal away from one of the biggest upsets in playoff hockey so far. Also want to put a special thank you to Hastings Realty Tom Kane and Radke and Morehauser. They also jumping on board for tonight's game and getting their money's worth and then some. We're in overtime number 2. Raiders 2. Burnsville 2. Here we go. And the second overtime period is underway here at the Hastings Civic Arena's McGree East Rink. Raiders send it into the Burnsville zone. Put one wide of bench and then sent down the length of the ice off a Raider stick. Hastings sets up from inside their own zone. Here they come with Kiki Radke kind of railroaded at the blue line. She'll restart, coming near side. Kiki across the blue line, sent in. Oh, the Raiders are maybe wanting a penalty there as well as Kiki was hauled down. Second overtime, I don't know if that's going to happen. Back to Putnam, takes a shot on the bench who had to lunge left to hang on to it. 16-12 to go. They put 17 minutes on for the second overtime now because they had to resurface. Shot comes in off the face-off. McDonald saved by bench, and then McDonald thrown over and down onto the ice. Raider fans trying to get into the heads of the Burnsville players. Raiders will do a quick switch. Being the home team, like we said, they can really match lines well. Face-off won by Burnsville. Tucci will skate out near center, but that's where she is held up. Trying to go across the ice of the pass and back the other way. Radke again will deny the pass into her own zone. And now the Raiders go back the other way. Here's Nicole Newman. Newman's got some room up the far side. Gets to the bottom of the circle. Newman has 2 going to the front of the net. Stays on her backhand. Couldn't get the pass to go. Drop back down low into the corner. Raiders looking for a pass in front. Comes all the way to the point. Pass Tucci as well. And now she'll just clear to center and get some help on the way out. Long pass, trying for Rachel Klimek. Good pass nonetheless from Nicole Newman. Back in deep. Far corner, Burnsville first on the scene. Net's off. Hey, are we gonna blow the whistle anytime soon? The net's halfway into Prescott. So now we're all taken care of. .15-11 to play in the second overtime. 2-2, Raiders and Burnsville, just after 9:30 on a Wednesday night, and a very busy week at that. Up in Simley for wrestling tomorrow. Face-off won by Burnsville. In their own end for a moment, Shattuck will bring it to center. Shattuck gets some help now from Kennedy Anderson off into the corner. Worked in left side, Taylor. Taylor from a bad angle, pass in front, ripped away by Maddie Junker. Gets out to the blue line, but not out to center at all. Kept in there, Burnsville, Taylor, far side, trying to get a pass off in front. Libby Judge broke the pass up. threw a little hit on her own accord as well. Raider fans trying to get everybody jazzed up in a 2-2 hockey game. We're in the second overtime. Shot comes in from way outside. That was Shattuck, wide, but Shattuck is first on the puck. Now a turning and firing one in front of the net there was Anderson. Never made it to Maddie True. Raiders leading on shots coming into overtime, 36-22. A couple players falling down here. As a shot from way outside comes in on Maddie True. Knocked away now by Anna Williams in turn. Works the near boards, turning it over Cannell. Burnsville back into the left corner. Behind the net it goes. Long pass looking for Jackson. The Raiders and Anna Williams rip it away, play it to Tix. Lauren Tix in. Had McDonald with her. Puck played to center. Almost a breakaway pass for Abigail Tucci, and instead it's going to be icing. Well, I know what Burnsville's plan is. They're just going to stick a floater near the blue line and keep trying for home runs. And I get it. They don't have the offensive firepower like a Kiki Radke where they have to roll the dice. They almost got to leave one of your forwards high all the time and try to get them back out towards the Hastings zone somehow. Now here comes a face-off win by Burnsville. They got a 2-on-1 the other way. Here's Shattuck. Shot. Save Maddie. And then McDonald gives a little hip check, if you will, to Aubrey Nelvin. The little 8th grader's been in everybody's mix tonight, so it wouldn't shock me if Erica just wanted to say a quick little hello. Raider fans going crazy. Down to my right. The Raiders are attacking left to right, but the face-off is down to our left in the Hastings zone. Face-off won by the Blaze, but the Raiders get it right back. Here is Putnam. Back to Radke. Kiki works in, takes a shot. Save made by Bench, no rebound. Raiders trying. Just haven't got any really quality shots. I mean, a couple of lucky hops and bounces we know about too for both teams, but no real great shots on goal, if you will. Raiders have been sniffing around and getting shots from kind of some odd angles on Bench, and that's about it. But she still had 32 saves after the first overtime. Back to center. Here comes Burnsville. Got around Claire Williams. And in the far corner, it's taken away by Kiki. Out to center. Knocked free by Maddie Junker, all for a moment. Couldn't get a good stick on it. Here comes Burnsville the other way. Here's Bodick, long shot, kicked away by Maddie True. Into the corner. Libby Judge. She gets a good backhand on it. Couldn't get it to Maddie Junker. Long shot from the outside. Rebound just wide. Burnsville almost ending the Raiders' season. Cross the ice. Bodick from way outside. Shot, save. And while the puck comes up into the air for the rebound, Maddie True hangs on for dear life. 12:20 to go in overtime, number 2. Holy cow. Raiders face off in their own zone. Lauren Tix will take it. Wins it. Big face-off win for Tixie. Works the far boards. Goal. Trying to get it out the center. Had McDonald with her. Tix comes back, but got the puck altered there from Nicole Newman, who has to go back into her own end. Cannell to center. To Klimek. Klimek in far boards. Far corner behind the net. McDonald almost had a route to stay on her forehand and maybe spin one out in front to Putnam. Keeps working for it, got the puck. Putnam then took a loose puck and whacked it into the corner near side, and Burnsville allowed to sneak out to center. Pass across the ice. Cannell turns, fires to the blue line. They're offsides if they touch. Instead, Burnsville will go the other way. Raiders defensively responsible at 4 girls back anyhow. And Burnsville has two girls fall down right here, fall right into each other. Raiders trying to get out to center. If they can, they might be able to get her without a change. Raiders walk back in. Here's Kiki, takes a shot. Save bench, rebound, kicked off into the far corner. Chances, chances, chances. Let's keep going. Here's Putnam. Putnam sends it back to the point, winds and fires, puts it on goal, save made, rebound, kicked off far post again to the far boards. Puck here, knocked away by Kiki Radke. Good little backhand pass. Picked up there by Burnsville. They couldn't get one to go there. Raiders still trying vehemently in their own zone as Burnsville will have to throw it down the length of the ice, but they put it on to Maddie True, so they get some room and no whistle, and they'll get a fresh set of girls out there. But here they come. Raiders back the other way. Raiders with Judge. Into the corner. Benson gets some help. Puck knocked away. Little freshman out there right now trying to make a big impact. Junker into the circle far side. Pass taken away by Abigail Tucci, and here she comes. Intercepted there, poke check, and then she keeps it. That's Cannell. Nice play by Lainey Cannell. Then thrown down the length. This should be icing, right? Yep. Icing the call. 10-11 to go here in the second overtime. 2-2. Face-off will come back in the Burnsville zone to the blocker side of Lauren Bench. Face-off won by Hastings. Claire Williams puts it back behind the net. Putnam had it, lost it. Burnsville sends it back to the top of the circle. Raiders kept it in with Radke all for a moment, played right back to center, and that's for Hastings and Anna Williams. She'll fire it back into the far side boards. Raiders first on the scene. Putnam looking for Radke. Puck loosened up by Burnsville. They'll come back out to center, and that's about it. Lauren Tix fired it right back in. Actually, that was 24, not 44. That was Erica McDonald. Kiki still trying to fight for it. Puts it back up the far sideboards. Has McDonald there. Has Putnam going to the front of the net. Kiki kind of laying off top of the circle for a pass. Instead, it goes off the far boards. Played there by Anderson. She goes across the ice. Kennedy Anderson to Shattuck. She walks in. Long shot comes in from way outside. Save made by Maddie True, and she'll hang on. That's where a lot of the shots for Burnsville has been coming from in overtime, from even behind the blue line, just hoping for maybe a rebound or something that would benefit them a little bit. But Maddie's kicked away a couple of those, and now the Raiders got to find the attack somewhere. Like we said, a lot of the shots tonight have not been very dangerous. Bench has made a couple nice saves, but in the first period, the Raiders had chance upon chance and just could not get more than the one that they got. Squeaked one across with Putnam for the second of the game. Here's a pass left, shot through traffic, save Maddie. My goodness, puck is loose. Where is it? Comes off a bad angle in front. Puck still loose. Lauren Tix just made the save of her life. Lauren Tix was back on the goal line, and she prevented that goal from going in and keeping the Raiders season alive. Pass back in front. Nope, Maddie cuts it off the glove. Lauren Tix just made the save of her life. Raider forward, back responsible. But credit Burnsville with all of this pressure, and their attack just continues. 8:49 to go in the second overtime. Let's go. Come on, girls. It's like the longer this game goes, the more it favors Burnsville. The Raiders are running out of gas maybe a little bit here. Blaze, bad angle shot. Kicked behind the net, Shattuck. Left corner. Raiders with Radke, rip it away. Here they come, 3-on-2 maybe. A nice move by Kiki, walks in, looking for a pass in front. Raiders got Putnam, shot, saved by Bench. Abby Putnam all alone, a great find from Kiki Radke. And Putnam puts it right into the belly of Lauren Bench, who hangs on at 8:28 to go here in the second overtime. Tied 2 apiece. Face-off, Raiders inside the zone of Burnsville. Pressed off behind the net, Raiders chase. Putnam trying to get a stick on it. Fired up the boards, instead cross ice. Nelvin knocked away there by Anna Williams. Raiders send in Putnam. Putnam from a bad angle. Tries to put one out in front. Nobody was there, and Burnsville has to ice it. Well, and see, Burnsville showing they're a bit tired, too. I mean, it's not like one team is more fresh than one another, but you could tell, even in the Raiders' legs, they are definitely, not what they were in the first period. Gotta gut it out any way we can, kids. 8:05 to go, season on the line, second overtime, tied 2 apiece. Benson lost the face-off. Trying to go across the ice. Nice job there. Raiders knocked it free with Junker and Benson, but now Burnsville back the other way. They're knocked away from the puck by Maddie Junker. Gets some help from Benson again. Both of them flying around there, trying to loosen the puck up near the blue line of Burnsville. They'll get it back. Tucci will shove it in deep into the Raider end. Laney Cannell first on the scene. Brings it back near side left to the center red line. That's where Benson will fire it, trying to get it up to McDonald. She forces her way in, halfway in to the Burnsville zone. Right side, look like Anna Williams can get a stick on it. Goes across the ice instead. Claire will take it. Goes up the far boards. Tix just didn't have her head up there. And now Burnsville will take it, clear it down the length. So another icing. Folks, I promise you new sports today. Eventually we're gonna have the recap of the signing of the national letter of intent for Jacob Bacon, Mackenzie Marrier, and Sam Shoresman. And then we're gonna have the Coach McClay interview sometime today. Now, like I said, folks, we'll have those later on. It's just time's kind of running out. We might not get them done till midnight. Usually our first sports of the new day starts at 12:20. So with this game nearing 10 o'clock, I'm not sure I can promise new sports by that time. Raiders take a shot from a bad angle. It was Putnam. Whizzed it wide. Into the near side boards. Here's Radke. Her pass intercepted. And now breaking through center is Kennedy Anderson, chased by Radke. Radke first on the scene, takes a little bit of a bump as she plays it around the boards. Putnam tried to help out there, but the puck picked up by Claire Williams. Out towards Kiki Radke. She speeds into the near side, takes a big hit for all of her trouble. Gets up very slowly. Like I said, it just seems like Kiki might be off a tick or two here. Could be banged up. Into the far boards. Here's McDonald. Erica McDonald for Hastings. Leaves it there for Cannell. Laney Cannell. Bad shot. Oh boy. Off the side of the net. Kind of a bad angle, and Laney still let her rip, and that thing hit the side of the net and gave a lot of the Burnsville fans a big ooh and an ah. But no harm, no foul. Puck worked out to center. Aubrey Nelvin lost it to Cannell. Skates smoothly back into the Burnsville zone, then dumps it in, comes off at a change. Libby Judge with some speed back behind the net. Gets some help there for a moment by Sammy Benson, but played to center. Claire Williams dumps it in. Raiders tag and chase. 5:40 to go, second overtime. 2-2, Hastings and Burnsville. Nice drop pass. Sammy Benson trying to get it in front. She was hooked and hauled down. Of course, there's not going to be a call right now. Down the length of the ice it goes. Claire Williams just whacks it around the boards. Gets it out towards Libby Judge. Raiders almost at a 2-on-1. That should be no icing. 5:13 to go, second overtime, 2-2. Raiders turn it over behind their net. And then Claire Williams, defensively responsible, gets a stick on it. Played out towards Kiki, plays it softly off the boards, gets around one. Kiki walks in, has some room, plays it out in front. Raiders have an opportunity, shot save made there as Anna Williams got a great opportunity and just could not bury it. Anna Williams came in, great pass, great feed, great find. Like we said, poor Raiders, and the Blaze for that matter, out of gas, but the Raiders, every time they come in offensively, just hold your breath hoping that that thing will go in. Far side boards, Putnam there with Radke and Pavanka. Burnsville's pass picked off by Nicole Newman, who makes a nice move. Back into the slot, Raiders take it away. That's Radke fighting through a couple of stick checks. Behind the net, Putnam finds Kiki again, back in front, puck's loose. Picked up there by Burnsville for a moment. McDonald turns, fires, puts it off a skate in front. Off to the far side boards, and that's where it's picked up again by Anderson. Kennedy Anderson races through about 2 Hastings defensemen, couldn't get by Nicole Newman, who rides her off into the corner far side. Lainey Cannell up the far boards for Lauren Tix. Almost made a nice move to get around the last line of defense and nearly had a breakaway. Instead, knocked off the puck at the red line, and now the Raiders come back in front of their own bench, played right back in by Burnsville. 3:55 to go in the second overtime period. Williams, Anna, sends it around the boards to the near side point, kicked away for just a moment by Sammy Benson. Gets some help along the near side. Did they get it across the blue line? No, Burnsville kept it in at the blue and sent it in deep. They needed a partial line change, they'll get it. Taylor back on. Raiders backhanded out of their own zone. Just can't get a lot of juice on it. You could tell the Raiders are out of fuel. We need some oranges or something during the intermission. Here we go. Puck picked off near center. Sammy Benson taken down. Here's Maddie Junker who walks in, takes a shot, just missed the net too. She darn near had it herself. Maddie Junker just missed. Now back to the point. Newman, shot through traffic, saved bench, and a big one. Into the far corner, bodies flying everywhere. Burnsville comes away with it. Nevlin to center. Into the Raiders zone, taken away there by Radke, who flips it back up, finds Putnam. Putnam trying to get around one defenseman, couldn't do it, and now here comes maybe a break for Burnsville. Up the far side, here's Howard. She'll just flip it in, and they need a line change. They're going to come off, and the Raiders have a chance far side. Here's Putnam, but she needs a line change at the end of her shift. Radke, and how is that not a penalty? Knocked off the puck without even having the puck in her possession. And then she'll golf it back in deep. And my goodness, folks, I know it's overtime, but we also got to call penalties when they're needed. Tix gets it free. Works it in the near corner right, inside the Burnsville zone. Tix just fighting for every inch she could get inside the zone. Take it away, played up the far boards. Here comes Burnsville again. Right side, shot, oh my. Tried to go up high on Maddie True, just missed the net. Raiders back to center, here's Junker. Junker, pickpocketed there by Burnsville. Here's Pfiffner. Gets across the blue line, dumps it in. Raiders trying to play it up towards Junker. Maddie at the red line for Libby Judge. Libby, nice move, has Junker, trying to get it on her forehand as she worked into the zone top of the circle. Played back to the point, now back to Pavanka. Nice play as she takes a shot as she was getting hauled down. No call, no whistle. Cannell's shot redirected and picked up by Abby Putnam. She takes a shot, save made there. Rebound, back on bench, save made. Rebound clear to the point and not out. Here is Cannell, takes a shot, that is blocked. To center as well. Played back in deep. 1 minute to go in the second overtime, and here is Kiki Radke. Radke gonna try to skate it end to end and win this thing. Radke in, takes a shot, save bench, rebound, kicked out to the top of the left side circle. Back down low, Raiders give chase. 37 seconds left in this second overtime. Kicked back out through center. Anna Williams gets back defensively. She'll fire it back into the Burnsville zone. 26 seconds left in the second overtime. Tied at 2. Long shot whisked away by Maddie True. Burnsville tries to attack, but they too, a little out of gas. As this pass down the length of the ice, looked like it went off of Sammy Benson's stick. Raider bench thought so. They're not going to get that call. This is a precarious position for Hastings now because there's only 8.9 seconds left, and you have an opportunity here if you're Burnsville to get a shot or two off. Referees talking to Coach Jeff Korkish. Coach is not happy with the call because he felt that the puck was touched past the red line, and I kind of agree with him. It looked like it was altered on the way down the length. So now we got one of the officials talking to the Burnsville side of things, and one of the players, one of the captains, Marco's over talking to the official, and then she's hopping back over the boards now. And she explains to Coach Casano, and now I don't know why they're so upset. Face-off won by the Raiders. They send it around the boards, and we're going to go to a third overtime. Can someone bring me a pizza? 2-2. Another overtime in the books. I think they're going to resurface again, or are they? We going to keep it here, or what? Well, that kind of told us, too. 12-9, the shots. They're going to resurface again. Ah, really? It's 10 o'clock. This is KDWA Hastings. We're going to resurface again. We're going to go to a third overtime, tied 2-2 on KDWA. Welcome back, everybody. As we get ready for the third overtime. Oh, 2-2. It's just, you can feel excitement, but you feel almost like a nervous tension. I mean, it's so hard to describe this right now, the mood in this place. Here we go. 8 minutes in the 6th period of the day. This is the third overtime. Here is Kiki Radke, who works through center. Works left, down to the bottom of the circle. Kiki, bad angle shot, puck's loose in front. Oh my, Claire Williams trying to sweep it in. Oh man. A couple more shovels full of snow yesterday, and Claire would have gotten that one to go. Just trying to sweep it in, literally almost trying to shovel the puck in. And she came up from her defensive spot to give it a whack. Kiki with the face-off, inside Burnsville zone, won by the Raiders. Here's Claire, down low, behind the net. Anna comes in to help, trying to sweep it in front. Raiders have nobody covering the backside, only Claire in there. It's not like this is 4-on-4 or 3-on-3 overtime here. Kiki blasts through traffic here, near side. Puck worked along the near boards halfway out. Kiki Radke kind of withholds any more movement here along the near boards. It throws it back in deep. Abby Putnam will chase. Raiders get a line change. Sans Abby, who's down in the corner. Puck's loose. Erica McDonald into the corner. Gets knocked off the puck. Gets some help from Rachel Klimek. She stalls the puck up against the end boards. Back to the point, left side. Cannell will throw it back in. Slowly it dribbles around the boards near the Zamboni doors. Raiders with ticks, couldn't get a stick on it. Raiders also send in McDonald. You can just tell, I mean, in these games, you don't have a lot left in the tank and in the legs for that matter. And I was half jokingly saying on Twitter during the break, hopefully the girls are eating a tree load of oranges. That usually gives you enough energy to get you through. This is going to be played down the length of the ice by Burnsville, and they're going to be called for icing. Raider fans trying to get their girls amped up. The freshman line comes out, and then all of a sudden Kiki says, nope, we're going to bring the older kids back out again. Corks wanted to match lines. Face-off won by Radke to Claire Williams. Behind the net, Anna. Anna Williams spins back in front of the net. Bad angle shot from Pavaka. No, not much of a rebound. There was a little bit of one there for a moment if they wanted it. Just couldn't get enough on a shot. And we'll do it again. Face-off in the Burnsville zone. Our left, bench is right, or blocker side. Raiders attacking down towards the office and the lobby. Face-off lost by the Raiders, won by Burnsville. Here they come, far side left. Jenna Hartung hits her brakes. Pass in front, comes back over. Boy, that was redirected onto True. A great save with a left leg pad. Puck still, though, loose in the Raiders zone. Picked up by Pavanka. Long pass trying for Putnam. Redirected, though, by Burnsville. A nice defensive play. Shattuck sends it in deep left corner of the Raiders zone. Claire Williams helps it along, had a lot on it. Putnam redirected it towards Radke, played right back into the Hastings end. Aubrey Nelvin follows the puck in, but the Raiders there, and here's Kiki to center. Radke, nice move, walks in, blasts one on a bench, and that one kicked away. And we will get a stoppage here as it goes up into the netting. 5:31 to go in overtime number 3. 2-2 Hastings and Burnsville. Raider Nation chant in play again. Fans trying vehemently to get their girls a victory here at home in their final home game of the year. No matter what, the Raiders, if they win, next 2 games would be at Invergrove Heights at the Veterans Memorial Community Center. Here is Hastings again, pass to the point. Nicole Newman's shot through traffic, just missed the net. Brought back along the near boards. Cannell fires it in deep, comes back to the point, left side. Libby Judge covering from the point, takes a shot, bench makes the save. Nice stop there again. Lauren Bench has kept her team in this game and has given them a legitimate opportunity to pull one of the biggest upsets in hockey tonight as the playoffs begin. Raiders to the far corner again. Radke to the point right. Claire Williams can't handle it. It's played to center. They'll skate through center. Sloan Taylor. Pass right. Kennedy Anderson trying to get around Anna Williams. Blasted around the boards, but this is going to make it for icing. 4:34 to go in the third overtime. Tied up 2-2 here on KDWA. Tomorrow night, Raider Wrestling at Simley, and I don't know if I'm going to have a voice for it, to be honest. 7 o'clock on KDWA tomorrow night from Simley High School. Join us for that, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, C's tournament action, and hopefully a girls' playoff game at 3 p.m. Saturday as well. Bounce past the point of Cannell. Newman races all the way back to her own blue line. Cross the ice for Erica McDonald, puts it off the official. The linesman got in the way. Long pass, 2-on-1, and here comes Burnsville, but a nice job by Claire Williams, the only girl back to at least alter that pass on the way back in. Played off a seam in the glass. Gets, oh, that was a high stick onto the head there. It looked like of Rachel Klimek. No call in the third overtime, of course. Back up the far boards, there is Klimek. She'll get across the red line, dump it in smartly for the Raiders. Bench out of her net. Puck played to the far boards again. Played through center. Picked up there by Hartung. She walks in, a right-handed shot, long shot in onto Maddie True, and she'll hang on. 3:32 to go in the third overtime. 2-2. All the Raiders student section is down to our left by where Lauren Bench is. And you'll see them, if we go to a fourth overtime, make their way back to the other side again, following the girls to where they score in their offensive end, and they all sit together. Face-off won by Burnsville. Oh, they're going to call that as a penalty now, as Anna Williams is going to hold down one of the, they're going to say a check. She didn't even touch her. I mean, she didn't touch her. I mean, it wasn't a check. Oh, goodness. 3:24 to go in the third overtime, and the Raiders are called for a penalty for checking. Coach Benson wants to talk to an official. And now Coach Korkish is saying a majority of it. I'd be mad too. I mean, that's a call you don't make in a third overtime game. They banged into each other is all that happened. There could have been so many more penalties in this overtime session, all three of them. And they elect to call that. Terrible. Face-off won by the Raiders. Let's just kill it off and win. Or let's just score an overtime game winner shorthanded. Kiki Radke thinks we can do that. She'll work from the far corner. Kiki being held and held. Okay, not going to call that. Down low. Behind the net, Pavanka. Sarah Pavanka doing a nifty job. Gets it out towards the front of the net. Banging away at it! Pavanka trying to chop at it. It's still loose. Raiders trying to vehemently to kick it in or gets a stick on it. They kick it in, it wouldn't have been good. But boy, she was moving her feet like she was trying. Puck comes back in front to bench again, and she's going to cover it up. That's okay. Hey, good job on the PK, girls. That's exactly what we need. A bogus penalty has put together so far a wonderful kill. 2:49 to go. Third overtime, tied at 2. Face-off, wow, kicked away there and won by Burnsville. Here's Shattuck, gets to center. Boy, both teams just don't have a lot in the tank here, folks, as you'd expect in a third overtime. Brought back to center. Here come the Raiders. Maybe have a 2-on-1. Rachel Klimek in front. Shot saved by Bench. She worked it into a breakaway, got her own rebound, still banging away at it. Hard work as always by Rachel Klimek. Just can't put it away, and Lauren Bench makes another fantastic game and career-saving save. Wow. What a hockey game this has been. 2-2, third overtime, 2:25 to go in the third OT. Face-off was won by the Raiders, but it snuck all the way through neutral ice. Cannell kicks it off to the far boards, out to center, and back in offsides. Where was the call there? The linesman didn't even have his hand up. Come on, guys, let's go. This is an important game here. Josh Wagner listening, former Raider as well, and I think he was just as excited listening at home than as I was when that last penalty was called. And see if the Raiders can just kill this thing off, Joshy. We'll see if we can get a goal and win this thing in overtime. 3 overtimes. Let's do it. Here we go. Raiders pick it free. They got it up to Kiki. Here comes Kiki. She's got Pavanka with her. Putnam back to Abby. Shot it over the net. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Kiki and Putnam back to putter, and she puts it over the net. That was the right idea. She knows that Bench, even as a big kid, goes down a bit. Trying to sneak it over that glove side shoulder and just missed. Klimek got boarded right there. No call on that one? Oh my goodness. Every time the Raiders get hit, and yeah, it should have been a penalty. That's right. Let's go. Come on, guys. Here we go. Let's get going. 1:20 to go. The Raiders student section is getting all into it now. Let's go. Pass up the left side, looking for Libby Judge. They're going to call the Raiders for icing here with 1:11 to go. Let's go here. Was that Eric Cannell? I was wondering who was starting that over there. I'm not shocked. But that's probably illegal in Wisconsin, but that's another show. Back to the near side. This one kicked away, and Maddie Junker will clear to center. Back to the right side. Shot kicked away by Cannell before it even got to the net. Laney behind her own goal. 53 seconds left in the third overtime. Sammy Benson helps it along. Junker comes in trying to get a stick on it. Bumped right back out. Raiders, oh boy. Nicole Newman just got away with a huge penalty. They should have called that one for sure. Nicole just upended a girl from behind, and it wasn't very pretty either. Back around the boards. Well, now we're even, I guess. Well, we're even once we get a power play in the third overtime. 2-2, 26 seconds left, puck in the Hastings end. Libby Judge gets it free, plays it out to the point, held up there by Bakken. Cross the ice, shot blocked in front by Cannell. Laney Cannell will fire it down the length of the ice. Probably didn't need to do that, though, with 13 seconds left. Probably should have just lifted it out and did a little alley-oop and let her roll. You don't want to just send it down, especially with nobody on you. If you want to live to play in the fourth overtime, that's fine, but make sure that you don't give them a face-off in your zone. 13.3 seconds left in the third overtime. Face-off won by the Raiders, thank goodness. To Kiki, 8 seconds, goal for Kiki in, winds and fires, and a save by Bench again. Kiki came in and let one fly, but into the glove of Lauren Bench, her future college teammate and roommate. And this is one they're going to talk about till they're gray in the hair. No matter who wins this game. 3.9 seconds left in the third overtime. Face-off kind of goes behind the net, and that's it. Oh, my goodness. Another overtime next. Fourth overtime after this, 2-2 on KDWA. All right. I have kind of a voice. Actually, I'm getting like this. It's like a second wind, or like, well, what is it? It's like our seventh wind, actually, if you're going to count periods. But here we go. Let's go. Let's get a W here now in our fourth overtime. And the shot came in from way outside. Did they even touch Maddie? Shot can pass in front. Oh, my. Get it out of here. Putnam tried to. Not cleared. Off into the corner it goes. Raiders are moving left to right. They're going down towards the scoreboard again, but they got to get down there. Here they come. Here's Kiki. Has a girl with her, but knocked away to center. Oh, boy. Kennedy Anderson fires it in from way outside. Shots on goal here, folks. 49-34. Hastings in the game total. I'll tally up everything for you later on. Here's a shot that's kicked away by McDonald into the corner, but stays on her forehand, and now it's taken away by Abigail Tucci, and here she comes trying to get a 2-on-1, bust through the Raider D, shot poked towards the front of the net, never made it there, thank goodness. Burnsville had one cutting in from the far side. That was Nelvin. Oh, the eighth grader too. This one's taken away. Here comes Burnsville, 2-on-2 the other way, trying to cut in the left side. Sammy Benson, fantastic job. Where's the penalty there too? Sammy just got her legs cut out from under her. Raiders, we're going to be asking for penalties every time after the penalty went to Anna Williams in that third overtime. Here's Libby Judge, bad angle shot, takes a shot, save made there with the blocker's side. Boy, Lauren Bench had to react quickly. I don't think she thought 21 was shooting that puck. Puck loosened up by Burnsville. Here they come right side through center. Bakken, long shot. Maddie hangs on. And she'll hang on. And we'll get a whistle. I think the referees are trying to get her to move that puck, but that's not their decision. That's Maddie's decision as a goaltender. Two, fourth overtime. Face-off won by the Raiders. Claire Williams, far side for Kiki. Oh, couldn't get across her own blue line. 2-on-1 the other way, maybe, but blocked by Claire Williams. No chance. Burnsville plays it along the right side boards. Raiders just can't get it out of their own zone. Nelvin now lost it, and now here is Putnam flying up the left side boards as Kiki trailing her. Couldn't get the pass in front. Kiki grabs the loose puck anyway, curls off into the right corner. Behind the net, Putnam tried to use her body to block that puck from going far side. Pavanka, though, goes to the blue line and just can't hang on to it. And here comes Burnsville again with Bodick. Cross ice, sends it in deep. Cannell first there, spins away from Bodick, has some wheels. Instead, tried to play it up to Tix, didn't see the puck. Cannell, though, takes the loose puck, brings it back to center, and turns it over. Bodick far side, looks for room. Here's Jackson, couldn't get the shot off. Nice job by McDonald to get a stick on it. She plays it high off the glass, out down the length of the ice. They're going to wave off any icing as it's played back into the Burnsville zone, left to right, and now right to left. Here comes the Blaze, starting their breakout immediately. Nelvin, the eighth grader. Nelvin Back to Jackson, back in front, trying to get it to Anderson. Rides it off into the corner, 2-on-2. Raiders get a stick on it, it's Claire Williams. Back to Tix. Tix to center, Benson. Benson has Libby Judge going to the net, 2-on-2. Sammy in the corner, that should have been maybe, well, I'm not going to even ask. Pass right, Anna Williams through traffic, shot and a save, Bench, that made it all the way through. What a great stop by Lauren Bench again. Hastings plays it back in deep. Kayla Henning will start it. Bakken to the blue line, held up by Cadell. Sending it back along the far post. Raiders had it and lost it. It's played up the length. It's going to be icing against Burnsville. Thank goodness. Oh, man. 13:15 to go in the fourth overtime period. This is crazy. First time I've ever called a game in 4 overtimes, and they score! Off the face-off, Kiki Radke wins it! And the Raiders victorious! The season comes to an end for Burnsville. The Raiders celebrate a 3-2 overtime victory. 4 overtimes tonight, and the Raiders victorious. Great win for the blue and gold. Huge victory. Raiders celebrate as they get the win. 3-2 in 4 overtimes. What a game. It's too bad somebody had to lose tonight. But the Raiders win 3-2 in 4 overtimes. We'll wrap it up right after this on KDWA and HCTV.